The sun is setting and
Hey guys, it's Kyra, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own eyebrow powder / pomade. So you'll only need 4 things, 5 if you want. So first thing you need is an old eyeshadow palette of like a brown or light brown, whatever colour you want to use. So I just found this old thing that I've never used. So I'm just going to use like this, mix with a little bit of this. Then you need like a lip gloss or a lip balm. So I'm going to use this one from Cath Kidston in the scent Lime Citrus. An old container to have it in and to mix. So I'm just using this old Kate Moss eyeliner pot. And then something to mix with. So I'm just going to use the end of a makeup brush. If you want to, you can add some primer just to make it stick a bit better. So the first thing you want to do is open up your eyeshadow palette and then just using a tool. So I'm going to use a back combing brush. You just want to loosen some of this powder, so this pigment, you just want to scratch a little bit out. Not too much. It depends on how dark you want your eyebrows. So I'm just going to scratch a thin layer off the entire top of the surface, so like that. And then you just want to put that into your pot. So that's how much I've got. Then if you're doing 2 colours like me, you might want to mix them. So I'm going to mix a little bit of this and a little bit of this. So I'm just going to scratch a little gold and a little bit of that white. So that. And I'm just going to put that in there so it looks like that at the moment. I think I'm going to add a little bit more brown because otherwise it'll be too light maybe, and there's not enough anyway. So I'm just mixing this up. Depending on how big your pot is, you might need a lot or a little of your eyeshadow. So make sure you have an old eyeshadow palette at hand, because you don't want to be wasting a brand new one, really. Ooh, okay. This could also get messy. So I'm just going to add that in. So I'm finished with the eyeshadow palette. I'm just going to mix this up now. So it's kind of like I don't know how to explain the colour, just like brown really. You can't really see any other colour in there. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump it into here, because if you spray it straight in, the powder will just fly up, which I've learned from past experience. So this is just one spray. I'm just going to put that in. It's not much, so I'm just going to add a couple more pumps. So that's 3. That is about right. You don't want that much, just a little bit. And the primer I'm using is now destroyed, and it's the Rimmel London Insta Fix and Go. It's really good. It's a primer and setting spray, and it's really good. So you just want to really mix that in. And you kind of just get this powdery kind of pomade. Now, as you can see, that's pretty much done for me. But if you want to help it last longer, you can use the lip balm. But just because I haven't got much powder in there, I'm just going to add quite a bit more. I'm basically going to use the rest of this palette of the brown. So I'm using quite a lot. I'm going to add a little bit more than that. A little bit more white, a bit more ginger. tape. And I'm just going to mix that back in. So you have the two options then to either add the primer or a little bit of lip gloss. So I'm just going to do that. There's not much left in here, so not that much. That much should be okay. You want more primer than you have lip gloss, because if you have too much lip gloss, it's going to be tacky on your eyebrows and it's just going to stick. So right, so you want to just mix this in now, and as you go you might want to add more primer, more lip gloss, whatever you would like. It depends on the consistency you want it. We want it a consistency where it's kind of cream and pomade at the same time. So I'm going to add quite a bit more of both. I'll show you the finished results. Okay, so I finished and it looks like this. Just like, it's not moving, it's not going to go anywhere, so it's pretty thick and good. So I'm just going to show you what it will look like on your eyebrows. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your eyebrows are dry, because I just wiped off my other my eyebrows I'd had previously with a makeup wipe. So you want to have a spoolie like this one, a brush if I can find one. I'm just going to use this cheap one because, well, it's cheap. Make sure your brush is completely clear of any old eyebrow powder, pomade, eyeshadow, whatever you're using. Just make sure it's clean. So that's pretty clean. I'm then going to spray the spoolie with a bit of setting spray just to help prime it. And once it's damp, I'm just going to comb through it. Okay, and I'm going to take my brush, just going to dip it in. Okay, so as you can see, it's got a little bit on there. I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows just like I normally would. So it glides on pretty smooth, which is good. It's quite pigmented, which I also like. And this does last quite a long time, which is good because it's got setting spray and a primer, 2 in 1. It does last quite a while. So this is my eyebrow that I just filled in with it on, which I think is really nice. I think it's quite precise. It doesn't feel sticky, it goes on pretty smooth, and it just overall looks like a really good result. Just as good as store-bought in my opinion. I normally use the NYX, what's it called? The NYX Precision Brow Pencil / crayon in the colour taupe, or I use the NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade in the colour blonde. So they're both really good, but I have got quite a liking to this, and I think it's really useful. I'll come back when I filled in the other eyebrow. So I haven't seen this way to make it floating around the internet, but this is how I did it and I really like it. So this is both of the eyebrows. I think they look really nice and it's really good. I think you should all make it. If you want to give it a little bit more volume, you can get an eyebrow powder. So I used, I have a Bourjois Paris one, but I prefer, oh my gosh, I'm breaking it. But I prefer the collection eyebrow kit in the colour blonde. So it has a little mirror in there, which is quite good. So what you want to do is take the lightest colours, which is this one for me. Just take your spoolie, comb through it a couple of times. Tap off any excess. And just brush through to give it a bit more volume depending on your lashes. This is also a really good hack if your eyebrows are just flat and volumeless. So just brush through your eyebrows with a bit of powder on your spoolie and it gives them a bit more volume, makes them look nicer, gives them more of a good finish. So then once I've done that, I like to take any highlighter, so I'm going to use the Kylie Jenner highlighter in the colour Banana Split. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush like this. This is a Real Techniques brush. And I'm just going to take a little bit of highlight on there. And I'm just going to put that underneath my eyebrow. You can't really see it on camera, but it looks really nice. I'm going to double up on highlighter. I'm going to also use Benefit's High Beam. Just going to take one dot and I'm just going to blend that. Again, not very pigmented on camera, but a really good highlighter and would really recommend it. So once I've done this, I do like to just spray everything down. And a quick life hack for if you don't have any setting spray, or if you don't have any setting spray, you could use a thin layer of hairspray, which sets it in for the day, which is really good. Or if you don't have any primer, you could use a little bit of tinted moisturiser, because that's pretty good too. So this is my final look for my eyebrows. I think you should all try it out. And that's pretty much all you need. Bye guys, have a nice day.